Hi, this is John from Premiere Pro Classes, and today's short tutorial is how to use the ripple and rolling edit tools in Premiere. Let's get started. So normally I'm in my selection tool the whole time until I need to do something. So I'm going to go to the ripple edit, which is a very useful tool. And if you go to the ripple edit and you put your mouse on a cut, you can see that arrow, that yellow arrow, points left and right. So it's asking you which side of the cut you want to work on. So if I want to extend the end point of the cut on the left, I can click down and pull it out. And when I let go, it pushes out the timeline. Now I have the audio also moving because I have the link selection button. So I do want my audio to move with all my cuts right now. So if I go to another cut, let's say here, and I move it, it points to the left and I push it out. Now I won't push out any further because I have no more media on that cut. So it just pushes out as far as it can. So if you're trying to ripple something and it's not going any further, that means you're out of media. Also, it works on the B-roll. And as you can see, if I push out this B-roll here, it's going to put a gap here because it's adding the media and it's going to move everything to the right, even though it's B-roll on top. If you lock the tracks, then it wouldn't do that. But we're not going to do that right now. So that's basically how the ripple edit works. You're always going to push out media. You can push backwards and you can see that gap appears there. And it can be a really useful tool for editing. Now we're going to go to another useful tool, which is the rolling edit tool. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to my selection tool real quick, and I'm going to delete this cap here. So now we have the rolling edit tool. And what this does is you see that the arrows point left and right, which means it's going to work on the cut itself. So if I hold it down on a cut and I drag, now I don't want it snapping right now because I want to be able to drag smoothly. So I'm going to take the magnet off and go back to the cut. So if I drag this cut left and right, what it's doing is if I go left, it's rolling in the cut on the left and it's adding footage on the cut on the right. So if I let it go, that's where the new edit point is going to be. It doesn't push out or pull in anything. You're not changing the duration of the timeline, but you are changing that cut point for the two clips. So if I roll it right, you can see in the monitor that this is going to be the edit point for the end point, and on the right, it's going to be the end point for the next clip. So if I let it go, that's where that cut is going to be. So that's the rolling edit tool. You can put it on the end of a cut that has nothing to the right or left. It's still going to work like your regular selection tool will. But when you're in between cuts, that's when you're moving the actual cut. So you're shortening media. If I move to the left, you're shortening that cut on the left, but you're lengthening the end point of the cut on the right. So I hope that explains a little bit how to use the rolling and ripple edit tools in Premiere. And thanks for watching, subscribe or like, and see you next time.